No, if it's... Okay, we'll talk about that in just a minute.
Teachers, please excuse this interruption. I need the following students to report
Yesterday, there's a problem with the video.
107
When there's no VAs and like the factors cancel out and you're just left like x minus 1, then basically it's going to be just a linear function and you just graph it with a y-intercepted slope and put a hole in the graph.
Courtney Brown.
But there's like a couple in the video. If you get a chance to watch it, that's like that, okay?
Jonathan Gonzalez, Madison Holzapfel.
And most of you watch the video if you're asking us, so, and did y'all see that function where that has a hole or just one, please do, because if you didn't, you might be lost on it.
Jaden Moat, Diana Rodriguez.
These are all 10th graders.
Jacob Rustin, Brianna Turner, Caleb Weeks,
all right.
Leve Williams. Thank you.
So,
That's C107.
I've got 0 in my graph. I pick a point to the left and right of -2, -3, -1. There you go. And then 1 and 3 for this one. Substitute those in, I get those points, and then I construct my graph. Okay. Are there any questions on number 24? Okay, check your work on 25. We're going to do 26 together. You have to graph it. You can't. You have to graph it on the calculator. So they figured that out. Or by the time it's complicated explanation. The what?
The horizontal asymptote. Why did she call it Ford?
I've never. She just abbreviated it. The first 4 letters of horizontal score, I reckon. All right, let's look at 25. All right. On this right here, it will be y equals 1 because the degrees are the same. I'm going to factor it. And I look here. Can I remove x minus 4? No, so that's my VA. I can remove x plus 2, so it's x equals -2. I graph it. It will not cross the horizontal asymptote. I pick a point to the left and right of my VA, 3 and 5. And then I put a hole above x equals -2 to let me know that I do know there's a hole there. Next Wednesday. This is going to be on 3 lessons. The 2 lessons we do this week, and then we're doing a lesson on Monday and Tuesday. There's no review day since it's only 3 days. Test next Thursday. And it's not a bad test, but each question is worth 8 points, so just think about that. You need to know your stuff. We're about to do number 26.
Oh, you're on 25?
Yes. Guys, I'm looking at the proof of why you can cross the horizontal asymptote. I'm going to have to break that down a little bit because there's so many symbols in it right now. I'm going, that's going to take me a little while to break that down for you. But I will get that to you, okay? Number 26. Because you're not going to sleep till you know, will you, Tyler?
Well, before they had graphing calculators, they had to know it cost it somehow.
Yeah, and I'm going to figure out that simple version to tell you that. All right, number 26. But I will have that for you tomorrow, okay? 26. Let's start. All right, so 26. My degree is higher in my denominator. So what's my HA? Y equals 0. Now I'm going to factor it. It's going to be x plus 3, x minus 2. Okay, can I cross anything? Can I remove anything? So I have no holes here. So I have two VAs. My first one is x equals what? My other one's x equals 2. Very good. All right. I'm going to graph these. X equals negative 3. Alright, I'm going to graph it to see what my horizontal is y equals 0, so I'm going to see if it crosses at y equals 0. It's smarter just clear it out than do all this. Just saying. Alright. Does it appear to cross the y equals 0? No, it does not. It gets very close, but it does not appear to cross it, like go over to 1 or anything. So, now I'm going to plug 0 in. Y'all tell me what you get for this. What's 0? Okay, so I'm going to say 0.7. What about negative 4?
Negative 1.3.
Could you not just use your table if you wanted to?
Yeah.
I won't be mad if you do that, okay? Yeah, you could just look at your table, yes.
On the table it says 4 equals 0, so isn't that technically the
And then it
number
goes
we're
above that.
and then it goes above that?
It
What?
goes above and it
Okay.
goes below again. Like, it's weird. At 4 equals 0, then it goes up to like 0.06.
So it does cross it. I wouldn't give you nothing that rough on the test because you would see it, but okay, hold on. We got too many people talking. Let me explain something, okay? Let me get my table values first here. Okay. There was some question about the graph right here. The horizontal asymptote is at y equals 0. I should have checked the table, but I noticed that it didn't appear in it. But if you check the table, it does go above zero. Let's just plot these points for a minute. 0, 0.7, negative 4, it's negative 1.3. Negative 3. Questions talking about in the middle here. Or no, did it go above it at 4? Oh, it did go above here. Sorry. This is just a bad one. I wouldn't give you something this complicated. Alright.
You just want to cross that one out.
Well, we're going to get through it though, Jack. Okay.
Plot that point above the x axis.
I ain't finished that yet. Right here. 0 is at 0.7 right here. So that's 0.7. Do y'all not agree with that? Did I get that wrong?
Yeah, that's right.
There's 0.7.
I'm talking about over on the right. Why did it like 4 or 5 or 6 or whatever it was? That wasn't one of the points on the table.
I know this is a weird problem, and they just pointed out that in the table they noticed that it does go above. I wouldn't normally do that, okay? So let's just don't get confused by this problem, okay? Are we all good? They noticed that it did cross the horizontal asymptote. It did not appear to here, but it gets so close to y equals 0 that they went to the table and looked to check, and it does cross. I was just putting it there just to let you know that I did change my original going this way, that I went above it, but you wouldn't have to do that, okay? Is everybody good? Like, this is not going to be like what's on your checkpoint test, okay? Now, -2 is 1.5. And then 1 is 0.75, so you got something like... Okay. Are there any questions? Don't get confused by this one. Did you understand the other two? Okay, yes.
Is this the only thing on the checkpoint?
And it's what I'm about to teach you next. Okay?
What did you get for -2?
1.5. 1.5.
I got like 0.5%.
Yes.
On your table on your calculator, does it say error at +2?
Well, yeah, because that's where the...
Yes. That's where the asymptote is. Yep. Guys, what makes this one difficult from the other ones was in the graph it appears that it's barely going, but if you look at the table, it gets so close to the graph that it blends, and that's why you can't see it from the graph, but you have to go to the table. That's why it's going above. So basically the only thing that's tricky there was the horizontal asymptote. Okay, so basically the tricky part was do you cross the horizontal asymptote or not? That was the only thing that's different on that one, okay? Are there any questions? I ain't lost anybody, have I? Okay. All right, how do you feel on that learning target graph and rational functions? I need a hand signal. Okay. Now, what we're about to do next, guys, is review something that we learned at the beginning of the year, but this will be on the test. Okay, let's look at this. Our second learning target is I can graph rational equations. You don't have this, so let's just look up here. All right. How do we solve an equation like this? Find the GCF and multiply through by the greatest common, not factor, what we call common denominator. Sorry, common denominator. Yep. So in order to find the common denominator, we need a factor, don't we? So I'm going to factor this. What would be your common denominator here? I would be very paying close attention to this problem. So I'm going to multiply everything by x minus 2 and x minus 4. What happens to these? What's left right here? These cancel. I'm left with 3x times x minus 4. These cancel. I'm left with 2 times x minus 2. Y'all remember doing these? Now, 4 equals 3x squared minus 12x plus 2x minus 2. Oh, yep, thank you, minus 4. I'm just having a day. 4 equals 3x squared minus 10x minus 4. I need to get it set equal to what? Because we went from what? Rational to? Mm-hmm. Alright, remember, the leading coefficient is greater than 1, so either gonna, I do bust them up, some of you do AC hard, some of you do slide and divide, some of you, whatever you call it, we'll just do it like this. It's got to multiply to give you what? 24 and add to give you negative 10. That's going to be negative 12, and positive 2. But I'm going to remind you, some of y'all that do slide divide, y'all are forgetting a step. And y'all need to remember, I'm going to do slide and divide in just a minute to show you. Alright, here, I'm going to take a 3x out. Take a 2 out. I will get x equals what? Negative 2/3, and x equals what? 4. Now, do you have to check your solutions if you get more than one? Which one you know can be it? 4, because if I plug 4 back into the original, what's 4 minus 4? So your answer is what? Negative 2/3. Do you see that? Because you can't have 4 because 4 minus 4 is 0. That would be undefined. Okay? Yes, sir.
Would there ever be one where both of them are extremes?
No. Alright. Now, what we're about to do is practice some more. Turn to page 33 in your notes. These are where these problems, we're not doing all these because we already, on page 33, because we already did this lesson. Alright, let's start off with something simple, like number 2. What would be your common denominator between those three denominators? 6k what?
4.
I wouldn't do 4. 6k what? Squared. Because these are already k squared. How can I make a k into a k squared?
The 3 is k to the 4.
Yes, 3 is to the 4.
Oh, 3k to the 4th. Thank y'all. Yes, it would be k to the 4th. Now, so I'm going to multiply everything by 6k to the 4th. These 6's cancel out. K squared goes into k4 how many times? That's going to leave 2 off this, won't it? So k squared times 1 is k squared. Because you had 2, had 4. Difference between those is 2. Equals, these k4's go away. 3 goes into 6 2 times. 1 times 2 is 2. Was this a k? Just plain k here?
Yes.
This is a crazy problem. I'm not about to give you one of these, but okay, k goes into k4 how many times? 3, so I'm left with minus 6k cubed. I'm not going to give you anything like that, but we just practice how to cancel the denominators out. Let's go to next one, 4.
Where did you get 6?
Negative 6k cubed, but I'm not giving you nothing like that. Let's go to number 4. Alright. First thing you would need to do what? Factor the what? Denominator. I would factor the denominators. It's got to multiply to give me 48, add to give me negative 14. 6 and 8. Negative 6 and 8. Very good. What would I multiply everything by through there? What's your common denominator? M minus 8, M minus 6. I love it when things just cancel out. What you left right here with? 2. Boom, boom. You left what there with what? 2. Boom, boom. Minus, don't forget that minus 1 times M minus 8. So 2 equals 2 distribute minus M plus 8. 2 equals 10 minus M. You get an answer of 8. So this is all we're doing this week, is graphing rational function and practicing this again. Are there any questions? Number 4, yes. Guys, that's a good question. You got to think about that. If I plug 8 in, didn't you have n minus 8 right here? If I plug 8 in, that would give me what? 0 into what? So what will be your answer for this? No solution. Oh, we're thinking today. That was good, Jesse. You just start for that one. All right. Number 5. What do you need to do first there, guys? Factor. So you will multiply everything by what? Mm-hmm. These cancel out. These cancel out. I'm left with 1 times x. This cancels out. I'm left with 5. 5 plus x equals 1. X equals negative 4. And I check back up there. Negative 4 would not give me 0 in the denominator. So that would be my answer. All right, number 8. What would be first thing I do? Mm-hmm. Do I really need to factor my numerator in this one? No, you're really just concerned about the denominators. So you look here, you look at your 3 denominators. What will be my common denominator? 4n parentheses n minus what? 3. So I'm going to multiply everything these n's cancel out, the n minus 3 cancel out. 4 times 2 is 8. These 4's cancel out. I'm left with 3n times n minus 3. These cancel out, these cancel out. Now I got a question. Yes, hon? Yeah, I canceled that out with that n. Okay, you see what I did? Okay. Now, what does that minus do to everything here? So you might want to put that in parentheses just to remind you that you're about to change all those signs. That minus is going to change everything in that trinomial. Okay. So 8 equals 3n squared minus 9n. This minus changes everything. It's quadratic, so I'm going to get it set equal to 0. And combine like terms. 3n squared and negative n squared gives me 2n squared. Negative 9n plus 2n is a negative 7n minus 9. Now, bust them up. It's got to multiply to give me what? Negative 18, add to give me negative 7. That's negative 9 and positive 2. In out. Yep.
Where's that 7n coming from?
Negative 9n combined with 2n. Negative 9n and 2n gives you 7n. Negative 1 and negative 8 is negative 9. Now I'm going to take a positive 1 out. Get 2n minus 9 and n plus 1. Okay, I checked both of these. Did they give me 0 in either denominator? No, so you have 2 answers here. Guys, the only reason I'm going fast on this is you already learned this year, okay?
I got stuck at,
Oh, we didn't have any. Where are you getting stuck at, buddy? Everybody else, go on to number 10 while we talk about number 8. What now, buddy? Where are you getting stuck at?
I'm thinking when we factor that.
Okay, let me see if you do slide and divide. We're going to all go to bust them up way too hard. The slide and divide is causing us. Alright, so I'm going to rewrite this n squared minus 7n minus 18. But if you don't know slide and divide, do not look up here. This is going to confuse you. Okay, so you multiply that, and you got n minus 9 and n plus 2. That is where, everybody that does slide and divide, look at me. If you do slide and divide, look at me. This is where I'm seeing people mess up on their assessments. You're doing this and getting this and stopping there. Can you stop there with slide and divide? No, you got to come back in here and divide it by that what? 2. We're not doing that. And that's what's messing up on test. So then you have n minus 9 halves and n plus 1. You can stop right there and solve it like that because that's going to give you a positive 9 halves and a negative 1. But you cannot forget to go back and divide if you do slide and divide. That's why I do not do slide and divide, because we forget to go back and do that. But you see now, Jack, is that where you're messing up?
No, I was before that.
That is the factoring part, buddy.
No, I was sorry, the part before that.
Oh, the combining like terms? Okay, look here. Everybody else should be doing number 10. Okay, I did 3n times n, Jack, and got 3n squared. 3n times negative 3 is negative 9n. This minus changes all the signs. That's why you see that here. I moved the 8 over, and then I just combine like terms. 3n and negative 1 is 2n. Negative 9 and positive 2 is negative 7. Negative 1 and negative 8 give me a negative 9. That's how I got that answer. Alright, number 10. 10 is simple? Okay, good. Alright. On number 10, I need to factor. Yes, you may go ahead, huh? I need to factor this. R minus 5 and R minus 2. What will be my common denominator? One times this would just be R minus 5. Yes. Make sure you got your homework down. Plus 1 equals 6 times R minus 5. Did you get a fraction? Yes. Okay. So 26 over 5. Okay. So your homework is one graph, number 27, and the other odds are like 4 of these, okay? So tomorrow we're just going to keep practicing this, nothing new, keep practicing this, and do 2 checkpoints. Yes. 7:30. What time does the round table thing start? First. Just come in here. You be finished in 15 minutes. Yes, you may. I'll write you a pass, Emma. Y'all have a good day. Thank you, buddy. I'll be here in the morning. Okay, thank you, buddy. Yeah, be here probably about, it's a long, lengthy test, so it's going to take you a good 45 minutes. So, as soon as you can. Okay, thank you, buddy.
Yeah, I didn't know what I was doing. I thought they were the kind of stuff that I thought I could I thought it was a 3, 4, 5 though. That's all. That's all I got. Okay, like the end of it, I was just like, okay, I get that. That's how I felt towards that whole test.
Thank you for picking that one up.
I just,
You're good. Thank you.
I always like, I used to be one that last year, so I always
Thank you.
yeah,
I like the radio portion.
Dude, I was in New York.